Uh, PC Tech Podcast
Part 2.
Part 2. No, that was console. This is now PC Techs. So, what we're discussing is computer setup and computer management. And James, you got the lucky guess of our first topic tonight.
Some stuff.
More beer?
Well, let's just say, what are you running, and how does that implicate your work and as a designer?
I don't do a lot of design work on my personal rig. I do it all at work.
I'm just
Work
saying.
computer is garbage. Oh my god, I hate it. But mine that I'm running here is the 5930K X99 Deluxe motherboard. I actually need a better power supply because I only got a 750 watt. Let's see, I got the GTX Strix 980, 14 gigs of DDR4, and it was expensive.
Isn't all of life expensive?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, what about you? How would your current setup affect any of your design life?
Only thing I kind of wish I did was go with a video card because of CUDA course. But other than that, my computer doesn't really affect that much.
Okay.
I mean, what my biggest bottleneck because the CPU I chose is actually my motherboard. Would always be the biggest bottleneck.
Okay.
Because the die that normally controls the PCI lanes on a CPU, that's controlled by the chip on the motherboard.
Okay. So, as computer techs and designers here, what do you think people out there should know about current setups today for Windows 8?
what do you mean?
Like, in addition to what my podcast was earlier, James, is like PC gaming in general. Like, what should you have? What should you not have?
It's not really what you shouldn't have and what you should have. It's more or less what are you gonna do with it.
What can you afford? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to be streaming? Or are you just be playing games?
Pretty much like an ultimate PC gaming machine.
You want something like me, and then just upgrade the CPU to the what is it, the 5960X?
I think it's the 5920X or something like that. It's an X at the end. It's the 8-core monster from Intel.
Yes. Okay. I mean, if you're going balls to the wall.
Okay, let's put it this way: going balls to the wall. I point this way to J. It's 2 cents. I point my finger that way.
Okay.
He has 3 Titan X's in his computer of the 8-core monster from Intel and 32 gigabytes of DDR4. And it's all water cooled.
If you're going with something like to where it's a budget build or something like that, and you're only focused on gaming, I would go AMD.
Oh yeah.
AMD would be your brand for gaming.
At least for a CPU.
For cheap. Gaming on the cheap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. A little bit of off topic here. As designers or photographers or even game developers like myself, what sort of challenges do you guys face every day when you guys design like products for companies or in advertising?
Coming up with design.
Yeah, it's literally just coming up with the idea.
The idea.
It's getting started. Once you get started, I mean, it's easy to keep on rolling.
I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is if you're like doing a movie or something like that, is the wait time on rendering.
Okay.
And what you're rendering out to.
Now, another general public question. Everybody faces hard times when they're trying to design something. What is your guys' method of getting started?
Well, mine's normally like customer-based work, so it's more or less what they want to go with.
And I'm an arts.
Yeah.
And I'm an art student, so it's basically I'm given a topic, and I go from there.
Okay.
I write down what I want to do. I pick a couple of topics. I sketch them out. And I go from there. And then I hit the computer if I need to use the computer.
Okay, well, let me give you a hypothetical question here. What if a customer wanted something completely unique, but they didn't know what they wanted?
Oh, you mean like every day of my life?
Pretty much.
Then you just throw something together and hopefully they like something about it and go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically.
All right. Now, as a designer, what hardships do you face completing work?
Nothing really. I mean, it's just that main thing of getting started.
Main thing is just getting started?
Yeah, once you get started and it starts flowing, I mean, it's pretty simple after that.
Okay.
I mean, the problem I face is kind of is more like less time. Because I work. I also go to school. I have to do art projects and other homework. And I have my own projects on the way. So I have to find time to do all that stuff, and it's basically time management. That's the only thing I face.
Okay. So, what do you guys think if you guys were about to branch out on your own and decide to be your own designer? Like, how would you start up your company? Who would you appeal to? And what would your marketing ideas be?
I mean, realistically, I do all my own design work now for like my YouTube and stuff like that. But I mean, I have it all monetized, but it's not like I'm actually like starting a company with it. And, you know what I mean?
Look, let's put it this way, I have a published photographic book. Let's put it this way, and you are dumbass, John. Leave me alone and go after that one territory. You get more.
As long as you don't take over my North America, I'll be fine. But all right.
And it's kind of like, okay, the way I would do it is I'm already I already have a photographic book that's been published. Granted, I make no money on it because it doesn't sell. That's because I self-publish on Blur and no one uses that anymore. So,
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. And if I was going to do things as a photographer, I would advertise the shit out of what I do.
Okay. So,
I mean, you go on my DeviantArt page, I already got stuff up for sale, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm about to look into getting a couple of your images. Alright, so, nowadays, what would you guys implicate on what PC used to be to current standards? Like, what would your guys' input on PC evolution to now?
Well, I mean, it's always gonna change, like non-stop. I mean,
It's been going faster and faster in the past couple of years than it's ever gone before, basically.
it's like they were talking about they're getting ready to build a computer that like runs on like light and shit, and I was like, okay then. I mean,
Yeah.
they're always finding new ideas and new ways to do things.
So what you guys are saying is that PCs actually have evolved over the years?
Oh, definitely.
Well, everything's evolved over the years, but yeah, if you look since what we had in 2007, where the ultimate computer had 2 gigs of RAM, and to what we have now, everything's drastically changed.
Okay. Now, what would you guys hope to see out in the newer age of computers?
What do you mean?
Like, over the years, how we evolved from Windows 95 to 98 to even XP and even to 7 and Windows 8. What do you guys implicate on Windows 10 that's coming out?
I just want drivers that actually work.
I want drivers that work. I want start. I actually want a start bar, and not this crap we have to take to the start menu, which basically I'm getting. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
one of the two things I want is there. So
and Internet Explorer is dead.
Hallelujah.
I can't believe it survived this long.
God, it survived longer than Netscape and
Good
the
old
other side.
Netscape. Good old Netscape.
Netscape, free internet. Just had to deal with ads. Just.
Okay. Let's see. What do you think about the audio equipment that you can use for PCs, and how do they help you with your work that you use today?
I mean, I have all kinds of audio shit. But I mean, it depends on what really you're using stuff for. I mean, like something like this, you can go with either a USB condenser or something like that, or you can go with something like I have, which is the XLR, and then get an interface and everything like that. It all depends on what you need. Like
What you
something
need
like
and what you can afford.
yeah, like something like a USB microphone is going to be great. It's going to give you pretty good sound, everything like that. The only thing with that, the difference between that and like an actual XLR mic is the XLR is going to be warmer. It's going to capture a little bit more, and you're not going to have any kind of like problems that you deal with the USB microphone.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like it breaking on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
Hey, you shouldn't have messed with me.
Dude, you're getting stomped out in this game.
Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Well, how do you guys think gaming has evolved in the PC world?
Dude,
Uh,
gaming's getting ridiculous.
It could be better.
Can you
It
explain that?
can
a
be
little
better,
bit?
but I'm like, with some of these games, I'm like, where the hell are you going to go with this? It's almost to the point to where they're going to start filming people for like games, like actually filming people doing things, and then make it interactive.
Okay. So,
Which
can
would
you
be
give us
awesome.
like an example, James?
What do you mean?
Like,
I mean, no game has done it yet, but I mean that would be like the be all end all,
okay.
thing for like gaming. Is just literally get a bunch of people in a room, record them doing stuff, and then make it interactive.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be extremely, almost impossible.
Okay. So pretty much what you're thinking is that they're gonna develop the games to where they're more lifelike.
Yeah, I mean they're always going more and more lifelike, but then again, you still got games out there that are still all pixelated and everything, and that's how people like them.
It's all about style. It's all about art style and how things can be. Interactivity and like Oculus Rift and all that is great. But
Okay.
if you don't have a good concept and the art doesn't appeal to someone, you're not going to get that person as a customer. So it's really depends on who and what. That's why monitors aren't going to go away anytime soon.
Okay. How do you guys also think about current marketing standards for PC computer parts, operating systems?
I mean, realistically, for like parts that we do and stuff like that, there's not really too much marketing. It's more or less just some ads on the internet, or like somebody that knows something about this.
It's
I mean-
it's all about finding out about the part from reviewers and stuff. There is no marketing. It's basically it's hey, what am I going to use this for?
Okay.
Oh, hey James, how you like that number?
I'm not worried about that number.
I know. I'm worried about this 215 but not quite. I'm worried about Carl, though. He's off in his own little world and no one's taking care of him. James.
Dragon Ball Z's on. Oh, excuse me, Dragon Ball Kai. So stupid.
Well,
Alrighty.
technically, it's Dragon Ball Z. God. Fuck that. Dragon Ball
Now-
Super.
What would you guys wish that you've done different with your PC setups and computer standards that you have now?
I just need more room. That's
More
my
room?
main thing. But I mean,
Mine too.
my thing is too that like I'm actually switching out my case because the 760T was a horrible choice for me because my kid gets in it and like opens it up and everything.
So pretty much case standards. What about equipment? What about like your internal parts? Like, is there anything that you'd add or subtract from them?
I mean, if I had the money, I would totally go with like a Titan X and like the 5960K or the 5960X.
And
And
64
more
gigs
RAM.
of DDR4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and everything SSD.
Yeah. Basically, let's put it this way: if we all had the money to do it, we would all go balls to the walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I went pretty close without like going ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Will, do you have a topic that you want to include in here? I know you were saying that you had a couple ideas on the last video that we done, and now's your time for your input.
Okay, let's talk about the current market.
Okay.
About how, like, if you look at stocks and all that, how AMD is doing poorly, and people are thinking it's going to be bought out, or it's going to just phase out, and how that could be bad for the consumer.
Okay. So, what do you think is going to be done with that?
I
Well-
think it's either. Oh, go ahead, Will.
One or two things are going to happen. Either AMD's going to be bought out by another company that's going to come out swinging, or AMD themselves is going to come out swinging. That's
Okay.
one or two things that's going to happen. But if AMD does phase out, well, hello, expensive prices.
Yes, because Nvidia does not mind saying, "Hey, pay me more money."
Yeah,
Okay.
Nvidia likes to say "fuck you," and "fuck you," and "fuck you." And Nvidia
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Pretty much that's what's going on nowadays. So, apparently, Concurrent Computer Corporation stock quote and summary data is actually up 0.49%. So which brings it up to $6.12 per each stock purchase. Do you think that would if computers keep rising in stock, do you think there's going to be more of a demand for them or a less of a demand?
What, for computers? There's going to be more and more demand for computers nonstop.
I mean, we live in the information age, basically.
The real question is, which form will that take?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is the question. Is that the answer? I don't know.
Yes, that is the biggest question in the world right now. Alrighty. Let's see. Now that you brought up the subject, different brands of computer parts, like, is there like a certain price range for each part, or like different models, different brands? Like, what would your guys' input be on that? Building a decent computer for someone that's a gamer or a designer.
Okay, for a gamer on the budget, I automatically say go with the AMD FX FM2 Plus socket for a motherboard,
Okay.
because that technically has the best bang for the buck 4-core you can find. Now, for a streamer, it depends on what your budget is. Like, I could say go with the i7 because you need the cores, or I would say go with AMD 8-core because it's cheaper. It all depends.
Okay.
Everything's about budget.
Yeah, I mean, for gaming and streaming, I would definitely say, go AMD, but, if it's something like, I don't know, like video editing and stuff like that. I mean, you can do it on an AMD system. Don't get me wrong, you totally can. But I feel like, especially if you're using something like Premiere or something like that, to where you really help from the CUDA cores, I would totally go Intel on NVIDIA.
Okay. Now, apparently there was a big hype on the Area 51 computers by Alienware. What would your guys' input be on those systems for people?
They looked awesome, but they were a piece of shit.
Let's put it this way.
I mean, they were good. It's just it was way too overpriced.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Alienware went to shit when it was bought by Dell. Because Alienware used to be a bunch of employees from Dell that basically say screw you and went and made Alienware. Then Alienware was bought by Dell.
Okay.
So it came full circle.
Okay. Well, I actually have a picture of this here. That I'm going to share. What would you guys say about the case standards and how the case was actually designed for it? Do you think it was built correctly? I mean, what's your guys?
I don't like it.
I hate it.
Why would you guys say that you hate it and don't like it?
For one, I would like to know what airflow is like in that damn thing. It's
Yeah.
a really compact little box, and like trying to work in that, it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
I mean, I've heard stuff's pretty good about it, but at the same time, I don't like the shape because how many places are you going to be able to put that a computer of that shape?
Not very many, because it doesn't look like you can put in many areas unless you actually look at your dimensions and actually are able to create basically a rectangular box on where it's got to be at.
What's
Hey,
like what's
James,
the
leave me alone. Fuck you, James. Leave me alone.
what
I'm
is
busy here.
the size board that you can even put in that? Like, could you even use it for another case, or is it just like a pure like Alienware like thing? Because that's my thing with Alienware's cases. They always have amazing looking cases, but the thing of it is for one, you know, you got the markup on the parts. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can totally build a beast-ass Alienware computer. It's just you're gonna spend a lot more money to get that beast-ass computer.
Well, I'm actually happy that you said something about that, James, because I got some information on you here for that. I'm about to screen share with you guys. It's actually on the Dell.com website. Well, here we go, guys. So pretty much this is what the different models that they have available for the Area 51s.
Man, I love those specs.
Yeah.
4th generation i7 processor.
Okay, which means it's probably 4770, 8 gigabytes of memory, and R9 270. Let's put it this way: I could probably build that same computer for dirt cheap.
Correct. Now,
And guess what? It's costing over almost. It's costing about well over $1,700 because of tax and all that shit.
well, no kidding. You gotta look at how much you're actually spending on that.
Yeah, the case is your biggest like buying point of like those kind of cases. Like, have you guys seen the Triforce case?
Yes, I have.
That is gonna be a weird case to build into.
Now, here comes the answer to your question, James. This is actually how it's supposed to be designed on for airflow. Apparently, it comes on the front and goes out the back.
But what part of the front is that? Like, is that the part where the graphics cards are going, or is it talking about the graphics cards? What's gonna push it all out?
It says the internal fans blow fresh air quietly and directly into the graphics card and external cable management from the front for maximum airflow, and it basically satisfying your system's hunger for cooler air, keeping it performing at its peak. And apparently, because of it being an angled design, apparently more hot air can escape from the regular chassis area.
Well, so it's blowing cold air in right by the graphics cards,
Yes.
and then coming out.
Yes.
What style graphics cards are they using?
The lower end models are R9 270X. Let's put it this way: that's crap for that price.
But I'm saying, is
They're
it like
going
a
to be
blower
using
style?
reference. They're going to be using reference style.
They're going to
graphics.
be using reference.
Yeah. So
Well-
isn't most of the reference cards like blower style, to where it blows the air out
Yeah.
the back of it?
It blows out the back, so
No, how does that make sense? It's basically cooling the graphics and then pushing it back out.
yeah, basically what they're saying. Oh, look,
Still
we're
need
using
to
a
provide
reference style.
fresh
This is
air
what it's
into
supposed to
that
do.
blower.
What was that?
You still need to provide fresh air into that blower.
Well, yeah, but
do,
I'm saying you still got the CPU and everything else to cool.
you
Well,
do-
hey,
Well, I think they're also using all-in-one liquid cooler for the
It's
processor.
Alienware. It's all gimmicky, and it's all really, really, really specifically chosen marketing terminology in order to get you to go, ooh, this sounds great. You can achieve the same thing just by knowing what you're doing when you build a PC
Yeah.
well,
for much cheaper.
right.
Let's put it
Yeah, a
this
lot
way.
cheaper.
With the Alienware, all I need to do is I need to just slap in a different graphics card and not beat the freaking shit out of Lotus and Alienware.
Okay, well, to answer your question, James, on the video card, depending on what one of these four models that you get here, you have a AMD.
Yeah, but they're all reference models. That's what I was talking about.
Right.
Like, they're not like aftermarket cards with more blowers and stuff like that.
No, I mean it's pretty much a standard graphics card and pretty much a standard blower, fan blower that's on the inside of it. But apparently, from design-wise, what do you guys think design-wise of this? Would you guys be able to make an aftermarket, like, complete redo of everything on this case, or do you think it'd be just like, hey, you can only do it one time at this thing?
What are you
I
talking
mean, I
about?
guess
Like
you could-
rebuilding?
You could
Yeah,
mod
that'd be cool.
something to look like that case, but no, you're not going to get that exact case. It's very proprietary in the way it's designed, and it's designed specifically for Alienware. So can you get that exact same case in a build you do yourself? No. Is just the aesthetic look of that so awesome that it makes me say I want to sacrifice the savings that I could have and the kind of system I could have by going with that? No. I don't think it's worth it at all. Can you
No.
make something that is just as badass looking but different with the same hardware and everything, probably for cheaper? Yes.
Let's put it this way. If I looked at the lowest end specs, let's put it this way. I can probably build a computer with a custom loop for that price. And that will look badass.
Yeah. How much do they want for that Alienware?
The lowest end model, they wanted about $1,700. And R9 270 in it, which is about $150 graphics card, a $300 CPU, and probably like a $300 motherboard.
Yeah,
probably
after the 1700 one, which comes with 8 gigs of memory and the AMD 270 with 2 gigs, then it goes up to a 16 with a 980 in it, and that's 27, and then the next one's 3500, and basically from the 3500 to the 4500, it's pretty much just an advanced graphic cards from that. From a 970 to a 980 for the 4500 and the 3500.
Not only could you do, you could basically probably get close to building like a single GPU version of Skunkworks.
Yeah, I was gonna
James
say you could
computer
probably
for
build
$4,500.
Skunkworks without a custom loop.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'd rather have Skunkworks without a custom loop than have an Alienware.
You could do a single GTX Titan X and like multiple SSDs, multiple storage drives, X99 platform, maybe not the $1,000 processor, but like the $500 one, the
Yeah.
middle of the line one.
The 58.
DDR4 RAM,
30K?
at least 16 gigs, running in quad channel. Still going to be cheaper than $4,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you figure $4,500. You could buy 3 Titan X's
You get any
and
of
a
those
$1,000.
computers like that, you are shooting yourself in the foot, man. You're wasting so much money with those.
Yes.
I mean, the only reason why anyone buys custom-built computers is if you're buying from like a company like CyberPower PC or PowerPC, and you're doing a custom loop, and you want that warranty from that company, or they'll replace it if the loop breaks. That's the only reason why anyone really buys custom computers anymore.
Yeah, but I feel like
Outside of building your own.
if you're gonna do a custom loop, you're normally gonna be the kind of person that wants to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean,
But
it's only
I mean, you got people out there that are photographers and stuff like that, which I get that they're not into like the actual like tech, computer side of it. So they just want to get something, beast mode built for exactly what they need. Which I get that, but something like an Alienware is just so gimmicky to where it's not even like building a custom PC anymore. It's building a showpiece.
yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
And having a showpiece is one thing, but having a computer that works and looks great and
That's
it's
a
good.
whole other story.
Yeah, let's put it this way. If I was going to build a custom Waterloo computer right now, here's the case I would go for. I would go with the Fractal Design S, which is the newest case for Fractal Design.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they finally just now figured out, hey, let's put a full-size window on a computer case.
Yeah, let's put a full-size window, take out the 5¼ inch bays, put all the hard drives and all that behind the motherboard, and have all this room for water cooling.
Yep,
So much
pretty
room for
much.
activities.
Let's put it this way. I said the R5 was a water cooler stream. I take my words back. The R6. The RS is a water cooler stream now.
Correct.
Outside of, say, Case Labs cases. But who here's one spend like $700 on a case?
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither do I.
Be nice, but no.
No.
Nice, but no.
Hey, Case Labs, send me a case.
If you're watching this, send me a case.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Jerry, hey Fractal, send me a case so I can make a flower pot.
Yep, pretty much.
He made a joke when that case was announced. Like, yeah, the flower pot.
You know what was funny too? I was in one of the chats for one of the live streams. I don't even remember which one at this point. I watched so many of them. But Fractal Josh was in there. I was like, Fractal Josh, when am I gonna get a flower pot case? And he was like, I gotta send Jerry his first. He's getting on my nerves.
Alright, guys. So, is there any other topics for PC gamers, designers out there that you guys would like to share?
Not really that I can think of. I mean, it's all do your research and like know what you need.
Yeah, and don't choose cheap parts if you can help it.
And never go with a cheap power supply.
Well, let's put it this way. You can go with a cheap motherboard. You can go with a cheap processor. You can go for cheap ass RAM. Don't go for a cheap power supply.
Yeah,
You
if
guys,
it goes up, it's gonna crash and burn.
well,
Yeah.
you probably know about that, correct?
What?
Cheap
That's
power
right.
supply.
I never used a cheap power supply.
I'm just messing with you.
I have an A+ bronze power supply. I'm not using anything cheap.
Okay.
And it's a Corsair, so ha.
Well, I guess this is going to end this installment of the casting here. Clark, do you want to, and Will, do you want to guys say your little YouTube channel hashtags here?
Mine's on Clark After Dark. You can check me out over there, and I do stuff.
I'm Fox Wolfman. I do stuff as well, whatever I feel like doing.
And then, of course, you got the luxurious Maryland Hookah King here. And good night, guys.